Hey guys, how are you? Welcome into a Wednesday morning edition of the Daily Juice Podcast with me, Matt Perrault. How are you? BettingPros.com to find the podcast. You guys know about the offer from BetMGM. It's always above me here on YouTube. $10 bet to win $150. Use that promo code JUICE150 at sign up. You guys can follow me on Twitter at Sports Talk Matt. And last night was a night. Look, you're going to have nights like that, okay? So I bet the first quarter minus 4.5 for the Philadelphia 76ers. They scored 33 points. They were up 33-31. Didn't cover. They then were up by 25 in the second quarter. Just killed the Pacers in the second quarter. First quarter loses. We have the under in the Bulls and the Bucks. Now, the steam on that was bad news, okay? If you bet that thing late, it was 233. You pushed. It landed 233. I live bet. The only thing I got right last night was I live bet. No, actually, no, sorry. I got both hockey bets right. I got three things. I bet three things right last night. Sorry. Only basketball bet I got right last night was I live bet over 213.5 for that game. It went way over that. Landed at 233, which was the closing number for some. It was crazy. So the thing was 228.5, what we bet. Steamed to 233, then came back down and closed at 231 at certain books. The official number for most books at 231. So it went over that. So kind of a crazy up and down, depending on where you bet it. You know, you either pushed or you lost. If you live bet it, you got it right. So I kind of came back a little bit, but I got that wrong. And then we had Memphis plus 5.5 and plus 5. We had it. It was good. They go to overtime. They hit a shot, send the game into overtime, and they lose it by 6. Like, that's just killer. That's just a killer night, okay? It's an 0-3 night. It's a killer night. Can't do much about it. It's just where we are here at the NBA. Okay, so where am I going today? I'm going to give you 2 NBA plays, and I'm going to give you 3 Masters plays I'm going to give you. I might add, as the tournament goes, I may add, and I may have like a head-to-head on Thursday morning's podcast. I may have a head-to-head if I like it or not, but let's get involved with some Masters betting here. And look, I lean on people for Masters betting, okay? So like, I'm not going to get into a really heavily explanationally driven type of thing here. I talk to people, I lean on them, they tell me what they think, and I tend to ride what they think. So you guys get the benefit of me talking to the people that I'm talking to. Not to say they're always right, but we got that Troy Merritt bet correct. Let's see if we can get some more stuff in here. And I will add most likely in the Discord channel, some more Masters bets as they're handed to me as I get them to pass them along as to what I am playing. Okay, so let's start in the NBA. I'm not going to explain all this heavily right now, okay? Here's the thing. The lines are like really hard to find at the moment, okay? Why? Because these teams don't know who's going to play. The books don't know what to put up for numbers. The steam's all over the place, but the Boston Celtics are playing at the Chicago Bulls. The Chicago Bulls are playing on a back-to-back, okay? I am concerned about Chicago's ability to score, but the number is 226, okay? It's 226 at win right now. I can't believe this, but I think I have to play over. I've gone back and forth, but Chicago has gone over 3 straight games, and 2 of those games have been against Eastern Conference opponents. Boston has been an over machine over the last couple of weeks. Boston 4-1 over the last 5, 8-2 over the last 10, 10-6 against the division. This is a divisional game. 25-25 against the overall conference. 39-39-1 so far this year, but 19-18-1 on the road. In Chicago at home is 21-17-1 after covering last night with the over, giving up. Well, it landed 233, but 231 was the closing number, so it did go over here. 127 they gave up to Milwaukee. Boston's offense scored 144 points against Washington in their last game. They scored 128 against Indiana. They scored 98 against Miami, 112 against Toronto, 134 against Minnesota, 125 against Utah, 132 against Oklahoma City, 124 against Denver, 126 against Sacramento. I mean, what am I doing? I can't bet under. I want to bet under. I just can't with the Celtics here. Half a unit. I'm going to go over 226. I'm concerned about Chicago. I need Boston to do a lot of the lifting here. Okay. The number is going to be 7.5, 8 for this. Boston needs to win this game big, but it means more to Boston in a lot of ways. The standings of these, I mean, it's really ridiculous right now. Boston can catch Miami. They're 2 games back in the loss column, 2.5 games back overall. Chicago is pretty much locked in to not making they're locked in. They're not going to be in the play-in. Chicago could potentially get to the 5 seed. They're not going to get to the 4 seed and catching Philadelphia. They're 4 games back of that. But, I mean, 5 or 6, I guess it matters a little bit. This could be a preview if they were to catch Toronto, Boston being the 2 seed, but Milwaukee's also tied with Boston for the 2 seed. So it could be 3 versus 4, 2 versus 5. Like, it's all up in the air. These teams have got to play hard. I'm going over with some tired legs for Boston to score. Don't mind a play on the Celtics either at -7.5. I'm going to go against the bet I've been making like crazy. I'm going to mix it up and go over here. Boston at Chicago. We're going over 226 for a half a unit. And I'm going to come back with the Dallas and Detroit game. All right. This number is really weird. At win, it's +9.5. All right. No one else has this except for offshore, and offshore has this at 12. Take as many points as you can get, all right? I will officially tell you how many points I am taking on the Discord channel, okay? I'm going to take Detroit +9.5, +10, +11. I think we might get a better number in the morning, might get a better number during the day, but I'm taking Detroit. Detroit is 44, 33-2 ATS. They're 32, 17-1 against the West. Dallas is good against the West too, 33-17. But Detroit's playing hard, and the game doesn't mean all that much for Dallas. Okay, I mean Dallas. I guess I shouldn't say that, but Dallas is 13.5 point games behind Golden State. They could catch. Utah's coming up behind them, 2 games behind Utah, but they're 49-30. They've won, they won their last game. I think Detroit plays really, really hard. And I think, look, they lost the first game by 30. Got killed by Dallas the first time, Detroit, back on the 8th of February. They want to return the favor here and play hard. This team in Detroit has covered 5 straight games, 8 of 10 they've covered. At home, they're 22, 16-1. Dallas is good on the road, 23-17, but hopefully we get double digits. +10, I'm taking Detroit, +10 at home tonight for a home dog up against Dallas. +10 for a half a unit here on Detroit and Dallas. All right, so those are 2 NBA plays we got going tonight. Boston, Chicago over 226, and we're going Detroit +10 or better here against Dallas at home in the NBA. All right, let's talk about some golf here, okay? So I have a head-to-head for all 4 rounds. Xander Schauffele. Okay. Xander Schauffele is a guy who, again, not everybody comes and tells me stuff, but I get different people whispering in my ear. And the way he's been playing, the 28-year-old is due. Okay. This guy tied for second at the 2019 Masters. He has been playing very well. Jordan Spieth is all over the place here, okay? Jordan Spieth up against Xander Schauffele at the Westgate in Las Vegas. They've got it at Schauffele -120. I'm going to back Xander Schauffele here. Get on Xander Schauffele at -120 up against Jordan Spieth for a half a unit for all 4 rounds. I think Xander Schauffele could be right there in the running here, potentially having an opportunity for us to get in here and play well. And, well, this next bet for a half a unit, you guys are not going to like. And I understand why people aren't going to like this, because I am pulling for the story. I am pulling for the narrative. I want it to be something of a spectacular notion, but I cannot, in good faith, tell you that Tiger Woods is going to make the cut. I love this story more than anybody else. I mean, I think Tiger is going to be so incredible to be just out there on Thursday, just to tee off, just to have him there is going to be so remarkable. And I think so many people are going to be jumping up and down about the potential for Tiger Woods. to make the cut. But the best thing to do here is shop. Okay. Shop around. Try to find Tiger. I mean, it's interesting. I'm looking at the latest odds here because I was going to wait all the way till right before tee off on Thursday. But right now, Circa pulled it down. That's an interesting deal. Okay, there it is. Minus 128. That's what we'll use here. It might. I'm waiting. Okay, I'm telling you, I'm waiting because people are going to bet this even more. I'm going to wait till right before the tournament begins to bet Tiger Woods will not make the cut. Minus 128 at Circa Sports. We'll use that for the official play at the moment. Half a unit, Tiger to not make the cut. Before you get all pissed off and mad at me, let me explain. His best round is going to be Thursday. Okay, he's playing Thursday in the morning, Friday in the afternoon. His current number for his score on Friday is 74.5. I am tempted to bet the under on that, but I'm wanting to watch and see where that goes. This will be his best round. Round 2, I think he blows up. Round 2, after walking 18 holes, grinding, playing competitive golf, a wet golf course, up and down, I just think Tiger's going to really struggle on Friday. I think Tiger Woods has a rough time of it. I think he could shoot 73. 1 over par. I think it's a pretty good number. So he comes in on the under, under 74.5, shoots 73. Very possible. I think he might shoot 80 on Friday. I think Friday's going to be the real tough gig for him. Weather's not going to be great. Half a unit, Tiger Woods not to make the cut at the Masters at minus 128. I think we're going to get a better number than that, so you can hold off if you want, but we'll officially give it to you here. Tiger to miss the cut. If you want to sprinkle, okay, quarter unit as to who will win this tournament, Xander Schauffele, okay? You can jump in here with Xander Schauffele. I'm putting a quarter unit down on Xander Schauffele at plus 2,500 to win the Masters, okay? Again, these are people, I know people on golf, around golf, who whisper in my ear and say, hey, we did it with Phil Mickelson a couple of years ago. Was it at the Masters? I forget where it was. We had the outright winner. Same person told me, bet Phil. Phil won it all. Bet Schauffele. Xander Schauffele wins the Masters at plus 2,500 for a quarter unit. Okay, so 2 NBA bets over 226 and a half, over 226. Boston and Chicago. Can't believe I'm betting it over there. Detroit plus 10 or better in the NBA. Both those bets half a unit. Xander Schauffele minus 120, 4-round head-to-head against Jordan Spieth at minus 120, half a unit there. We're taking Tiger Woods to miss the cut at the Masters at minus 128 for a half a unit. And we're going Xander Schauffele to win the Masters at plus 2,500 for a quarter unit here on a Wednesday morning. As I said, we'll probably add on Wednesday, have some stuff for the Masters. People get with me. I'll add. I'll tell you about it in the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat, or the link is underneath me. One quick thing on the Discord channel. If you've listened to the Juice, but you haven't been on the Discord channel for 7 days or longer, we had a little glitch with an admin pressing the wrong button, and we kicked out half the people on the Discord channel. Totally by mistake, not banned, but it was a pruning mistake. It says to prune, and it basically pruned, I think it pruned 7,000 users. Okay? So, huge mistake. So, if you haven't, you're welcome. Come back in. Just sign up. If you do it during football season and you don't talk during football season, come back. bettingpros.com/chat or the link underneath me on YouTube. Just go back in. The invitation's there. Same system you used when you came on in. No one's been banned. No one's been kicked out. It's just a bummer of a mistake that happened, okay? So come back in. Be a part of our Discord channel. We love having you guys in there. Huge mistake. Really big problem. So if you come back in, I'd be really thankful if you guys do that. bettingpros.com/chat. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me on Twitter @SportsTalkMatt. Each and every morning, it's Daily Juice Podcast. Always being brought to you by BetMGM.